Hey everybody, it's Carpo. I'm out in the dark, so you can kind of see my hand in there. Anyway, I'm out on the back porch, and I'm enjoying some very simple pleasures of life. And I just guess I wanted people to know, which I know well, not a lot of people who are starving are listening to the internet or, out there. But what I mean is just anyone who's really down and out, because I know that I'm broke, but that's all in my perspective. I still have a home, I have a wife and a family, and that's what's important to me. And I know there's people out there who struggle hardcore and can't even afford that. They can't even afford, a home or a place to live, and it's not always their fault. And when I come out in the back porch, I have these chocolate chip cookies that my wife made today, and I cooked up a few, and I'm eating a fresh cookie right now, and I have a cup of coffee, fresh coffee, and it's just the most awesome thing. I don't know. I guess I'm about to have a smoke with it, and I was just thinking those three things: coffee, smoke, and a cookie. Those are things that people just take for granted. That's the kind of stuff people have at the office every day. But I'm able to look at it and have such a high regard for it. Sorry, I was eating a cookie there. A really good cookie. And I know that most folks, at least in this country, at one time or another, have had a cup of coffee and a pastry or whatever, and a smoke if they smoke. And that is something that I think we overlook every day. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but it makes total sense if you think about it. That we all need to really be grateful for every single thing we have. And I know there's people out there who think that people who have a little bit more are, unaware of how well they're doing. And while a lot of people are unaware, I'm not. I just, and a lot of people that I know that are like me also are very grateful for the things that they have. And I'm talking about every little mundane thing. I mean, I look at a utensil in the drawer and I think, awesome, that somebody invented this because it can help me. And I have plates and dishes, and I think about times when people didn't have that. I have diapers for my children. I mean, this is amazing, guys. I mean, think about it. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. We tried the disposable, or the diaper service when we started with the cloth diapers. Because, not just because we wanted to save money, because that's a huge part of it, because it's not really that much cheaper, but actually it might be more. But we wanted to help the environment by not throwing diapers and doing everything we could to help. And in the end, it didn't work out because it was just such a pain in the ass. No pun intended. But no, really, it was the diaper thing. Diapers are something that any parent knows are amazing. And there was a time when you had no option but to rewash yours all the time. So I guess I'm just saying that I'm really grateful for all the little things that we have, and I wish I could express how grateful I am for those things. Like when I look at a treetop and look at the way it grows and think about where I live, and I look at the clouds. When I'm coming home from work, I look up at the clouds, and it's, I've always been very fascinated by nature, and I've always been grateful for nature, but never like I am now. And that's why I'm doing this, is because I feel like it's something I've been working on, and you build yourself up like a structure, and you need to keep reinforcing the structure and build a structure of attitudes, alchemy of attitudes, so you can behave in a way that's conducive to life, and looking up at the stars and looking up at nature and looking around at the world. It's something that a lot of people, I think, overlook. And I can't say that everyone does. I just know that I did there was a lot of times when I would be coming home and be in a bad mood, maybe coming home from work, and I'd only be in a bad mood because of something really dumb, and I'd miss the whole point. Or when I'm driving to get somewhere in a hurry and I miss all the trees along the road, and I really tried to sit back and just embrace that, and it's changed my life. It really has, and I can't express how much it's changed my life. It's just, I'm able to deal with things with ease. And that's what I'm saying. When people say don't stress, it's hard for people to really not stress about things. But when you work on it and you really work on yourself, you get to the point where stress just melts away and you don't worry about things. You still have things you need to be concerned about, but not to worry, because that's useless. And the reason why I say worry is because when you let the worry fall away, you stop thinking about all the things around you that are wrong, and you start noticing things you never saw before. Whether it be a mushroom growing out of your lawn, or a snail on the fence, the little things that we overlook and we take for granted. So, I guess I'm just saying that, life is awesome, and I am very grateful for everything I have. However meager it may be, however in the hole I may be, and like every typical American, I owe more than I have by far. And I don't even have $1 in my wallet, but I'm so happier than I've ever been. And that leads me into the next video I wanted to make, but I guess I could throw it in here. I just wanted to say that family is the most important thing, and people want to overlook family. They want to be able to get around it, but family and friends are an important part of our lives, no matter who we are, and you can't escape that. And even the most hardcore Buddhist monk knows deep in his heart that we have obligations to, love people, and they may love their lama or their master, and it just depends on who you are and who you love, what you love. But very seldom can a person live alone, and you can't escape that responsibility that you have to do that for yourself and for the world, because that's what we're here to do, to procreate, to love one another, and to share. So if you're not sharing, you're not partaking in the energy. And just like you can't escape family, you can't escape true natural responsibility, which is our obligation to not screw ourselves over by thinking that by attaining material goods and wealth we're going to be better off in the end, because we're pulling the wool over our own eyes. We basically come to the point where we don't know what we want anymore, and we search for these. We try to attain these. We have these. It's okay to have aspirations to want to be a better person, and that's what's important. But we want to climb the corporate ladder, and it's just not working. So we've been trying to escape our nature for way too long, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere good. So I just I just think that we should all maybe just take a step back, kind of rethink our lives and every day, and start anew, and see that there is more out there than us pitying ourselves, because that's what it usually comes down to. Because only we can hold ourselves back, and nobody else is doing that. It's always us, and we know it, and we can all change it. So next time you sit down and have that cookie and that coffee, it's good coffee. Really, think about where it comes from, and how those ingredients came to you, and how fortunate we are to have what we have right now, and how we shouldn't be angry at society for what it has, but rather embrace what our ancestors worked so hard to attain, and just try to alter it to fit a better way of life, and use it to the best of our abilities. We don't need to destroy technology, we just need to utilize it. Be grateful for what we have. Peace and love.